afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi on this really frosty but lovely day. Oh, and you, koi breeding and stuff with Richard. I see you. Another channel I found. Get across. Drop him a comment. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe. Tell him the Twisted One sent you. No doubt it will tickle him pink. Also, get across to Carping Addicts TV. He's only got shorts out at the moment, but he does assure me that there is going to be some koi content coming out soon. So do the same. Get over there, give the young man, or give the man a subscribe, a comment, tell him the Twisted One sent you, spread the love. Well, like I say, it is a really frosty morning, or frosty afternoon, it's still freezing cold. And we are now 2 o'clock. No, 10 past 3. And yeah, we'll double check a second. Let's have a look. What's the temperature Dewberry telling us? We are 3.5 in the main pond, which is freaking cold. I've had a look at this, and this is slightly longer than this one, but I won't need to change any pipe work at all. The only thing I will do is I will add a little bit more media to it. Yeah, so that one will replace that one. It's got a better waste system on it and everything else. So yeah, that's got to be done today. I've got to go down to Mars and lag some pipes for the Tempest and stuff for her. And then once I've done that, I can try and get the last of the lagging done in here. These in here are doing well. I think they haven't had me today yet, have they? There you go. So yeah, we're out here. Let me spin you round a second. So I've actually broken the ground where the IBC tank was. Really, I need to get that out the way and into the car park, ready for going to the farm on Monday. But also picked up a nice straight piece of wood so I can start getting some lines in. Now that's the line with it flush with the deck in, so I could take that line back by the thickness of this bit of wood, and then that's where my cut line's going to be, just to give me an idea on how far up it comes. And I need to get this out the way really, so I can then work out where my post is going to go for this corner. Once I've got the post in, then doing everything else should really just slot into place, as long as we've got the weather, like a day like this. So as long as I've got stuff to put over it, it will survive. This was built during the winter through January through to March, and it's still going strong. So, and it's single brick and block. This one is going to be different, because it's going to be different in the way that it's not just going to be brick and block, it's going to be broken up bits of slab as well. I don't have to go too far on this bit here, because once it's chopped back, this level only needs to come down to here, so I can put, cool, look, we got a little bit of a leak on the old Tempest, look. I bet that's that fucking air. Yeah, it is, look, it's that fucking airline again. Fuck's sakes. Now, once we've got dry weather, I'm going to have to take this off and put in some CT1 or something around it, and then so stop that from happening, because that's not good, because that means that I cannot clean that until it's thawed. Pain in the arse. But like I say, keep it at this height, because all the way across, because that's where the Tempest is going to go, about here. There is going to be room for me to get in, clean the easy pod, clean the two Tempests, pull a standpipe out of there. So, because this is going to be a settlement chamber, because it's going to go from the settlement chamber, or from the pond into the settlement chamber, through the settlement chamber to the pump pump will then push through the tempest. It will then push pipework round over a shower that I'm going to make out of bits and pieces I can grab from places like Home Bargains. I'll show you the twisted way to do a shower. And then I'm thinking of not only having the shower return, but then that joining on to like a little veg filter type tray on that wall there. So yeah, then we should have a nice big open space. Now, if I kept the IBC tank, I was going to put a window in it, but I've decided against that now because this is going to the farm. And as much as I would love to be able to put a window in it, I don't think it's going to need a window in it, especially with the fact that I'm going to have the doors on it to open out to access it. And yeah, life is going to be so much nicer. But if you look at that line, you know, I'm going to take a big chunk of the garden area back. And then, like I say, once it's all finished and all together, all nice and sweet all the way along, then I'll look at getting the tiles and that in to match it in with everything else. Going to get the drill out. I've got me dots in to get me woodwork up, and then even though that downpour took most of my paint away, I'm going to get the holes drilled for that one on that wall. Oh bollocks, that's what I didn't pick up when I was down at Mars, because on this wall I'm going to have Par's Spitfire silhouettes, and then we're going to get a couple of picture frames to put his certificates up on that wall there. Not sure what I'm going to put in the way of art on that wall once it's built, because I think that wall is where my net is going to have to go, because I don't really want to put hooks or anything on this front wall to hang it on there, so it's going to have to go there. Or if I do it right, I could make a panel where I could actually hide the net behind the wall. That, in fact, that actually makes a bit more sense actually. And then just make a small little cabinet here for all the other bits and pieces and odds and sods. But yeah, considering it's only 3.5 degrees, they ain't doing too bad. I mean, they keep going round and then hunkering up in that corner every now and then, but wouldn't you at fucking 3 degrees? A bit like Betty is there, but she they don't stay there long. They sit there for a little while and then they get up and swim round. I mean, I have slowed things right down, as you can see. That's only just spinning round, and that's because at this present moment in time the skimmer is running on 5% and the bottom drain pump is running on 30%. Now that's a 10,000 litre an hour pump, and that's a 20,000 litre an hour pump. And because I've slowed the flow down, what I do, and I know I've just doo-dooed, you can see that the drum is cleaning anyway, because you can see bits of debris on there. But what I am doing on a daily basis at the moment is I'll actually switch the drum off to stop it from going into cleaning mode. I shut this valve until the pump starts pulling air, and then I give it a purge. I do that twice a day. So I do one purge, let it fill back up and run, and then I do a second, and then I flick the drum back on to run back as normal. Now, I was told that I would get a lot of shit build up in this corner. So far, not had a problem. But if it does become a problem, I'll then run an airline from the 4-piece that's over there to run a little airline in there. But I don't think I'm going to need to. I also want to get this shitty piece of polycarb changed and replaced to a better one, because this is all fucked basically. So if I can get a brand new piece on there. But I'm also thinking of maybe cutting out around the spotlights so that the light is actually penetrating straight into the tank, as opposed to through the perspex, even though the perspex that goes on will be a lot better quality than the piece that's in there, because this piece has been used about 4 times. But they ain't looking pretty bad in there, that's for sure. All apart from one, and that's the one of my Shuros has got a little knock on its side. Look how much that Benetton Monroe has changed already since I last went through them. Look how dark that Sumi's come back. Absolutely crazy. And the temperature has gone down a couple of degrees. I have turned the temperature down on the air source heat pump from 24 to 20 degrees for 2 reasons. 1, cost, and 2, starting to get a little bit of ice on here. Now, it's nothing like the ice that has been coming up on the air source heat pump at Munger Tunnel. Man, that thing is working in overdrive. And when I was there Friday, the top of the air source heat pump had a layer of frost. The extension lead that was sat on top, the metal all the way up to the drum of the extension lead was covered in frost. And that's how much it's working overtime just to try and, I mean, during the day it's not so bad, but at night where it plummets and the thing's set at 24 degrees, it's working that much that, yeah, it's like a block of ice when you get there in the morning. Absolutely unreal. And when that happens, you're not working at the thing's not working at its most optimum. So even though this is rated, I think it's down to -7. So yeah, so even though it's freezing at night, it is still helping. But yeah, I've turned it down by 4 degrees just for the present time, until the temperatures decide that they're going to start coming back up again. Thinking smarter. Hey, it's not stopping their growth in there, I'm telling you. It's not stopping their growth in there at all. So before I get the angle grinder out and the bolster, and you'll see what I mean, because Betty's now up and moving now. See, a couple of minutes ago she was hunkered down there where the Becco is, but she's up and swimming around now. So I say they don't seem to be hunkering down much, but I have really slowed the flow down, and you can see that on the bottom drain where you're starting to get a bit of settlement around the actual bottom drain itself. But once it warms up and turn things up, it won't take long for that to disappear, that's for sure. So anyway, I'm going to stop flapping my gums, put you lot down, and create some carnage. Well, battery on the new speaker died, so good time to stop and have a cup of tea and a quick look. So what I've done is I've taken it back a bit further to accommodate the width of a brick all the way up there. I'm going to scalp the top of that off only as far as I need to. I want to get the pump in there, and then what's left there I'm going to turn into a biochamber. Well, I say biochamber, it's going to be more of a mechanical chamber, because it's going to come in from there. Whatever I do in the tank will come through into there with whatever's in there, whether it be bags of media or whatever. There'll be a standpipe to waste. Everything will be in bags anyway, just so I can then whoosh it up and down, pull the standpipe, empty it out, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, run the hose over it, put the standpipe back in, off we go again. Simples. So yeah, that's the plan. and then it will go from that settlement area to the pump through to the Tempest. The Tempest will go round. I'm going to have like a veg tray type thing like I've got in Long Block, and then I'm going to have a shower, and it's all going to be run from a 3,600 litres an hour pump, the original pump that was on there. Well, that's 8:05 and I'm still at it 3.5 degrees, and if I can swim around like that, absolutely unreal. I'll show you them in a minute. IBC tank is totally out, and let me spin you around. Yeah, IBC tank is out. Now, this one is going to be my door frame because there's going to be a door here, and to access the pond itself, there'll be a window here, even though this side will be open. I need enough room to be able to get in to the Easy Pod, the standpipe for the settlement chamber, and the Tempest. That's it. Flick a switch. So it doesn't need to be massive. And then, like I say, the pond will come up to about the same point that the IBC tank did. And like I say, we will gain a bit. I won't have to put like a concrete footing down because I'm pretty much on the path here, and I've still got existing brickwork in from other variations of the back garden. So yeah, for the block work and the brickwork and stuff, foundation is there for the back. I just got to chop this out a bit more because I do want to eke as much as I can, and I've got to do a little channel in the corner, from the corner to the corner, no, corner to the corner, no, from that corner to that corner, 4-inch. I've got to be able to put a 4-inch standpipe in, so when I flush to waste through the 1.5 inch over here, I don't empty the whole pond. But that's where we're at, and if you stand here, you can now start to smell what I'm cooking. It's going to look so much nicer, and it'll give me such a much nicer finish on this area here, even though I am going to be lifting it up a bit. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to eat my dinner, and then I shall finish off, tidy up, and then we shall round up. But God, tell me that don't look good at 3.5 degrees. Like I say, I've turned all the pumps and that right down anyway. But yeah, chuffed to bits. It's going to look so much nicer over there. It's better than watching telly. Tell you. But yeah, I could sit there and watch them for hours. But we're all tidied up. They'll be the first ones to be used. I've managed to get that looking a bit more round. I'll do some more shaping on it tomorrow. But yeah, where all the rock had been slammed up against it, it looked like a triangle. So yeah, we'll manipulate that round a bit more tomorrow. But here we are, all nice, clean and tidy. Like I say, I've just got to that side Take the blockwork out there, all the way to the back, out till just past this where the easy pod is, and that's where I'll put the wall in, and then that will become the settlement area, which will then feed the pump, which will then feed the Tempest, which will then feed the shower and the veg tray. But yeah, I reckon it's going to look pretty sweet, and we've got a nice straight edge either side now for the grass to go down onto. Yeah, so there we go, my little fruit bats. That's what I've been up to today. I'll see you tomorrow, no doubt, at 2 o'clock. Don't forget, we're live 2 o'clock tomorrow. And as always, guys and girls, well, goodbye from them. I've been Twisted Koi. You out there, you know you're great. And like I said, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm alive.
That's all, cupcakes.
Yes, makes it all worth it.